why people don't trust the media. CNN's primetime host, Abby Phillip, strutting around like she's some kind of brave truth teller, schooling those conspiracy-believing conservatives. And she actually said it with a straight face to Joy Reid, of all people.
Conservatives are living in a completely different information world
than
liberals. And breaking that down needs to be done. Because when you don't ever even hear the facts, it's hard to even know that you're wrong. And that happens a lot. I mean, half my job sometimes is knowing what the latest conspiracy is, so that if it comes up, I'm ready to address it. Because it happens a lot where people don't even know that what they're saying or what they've seen and believe is not true.
We're in an industry that is overwhelmingly liberal. That's why we know more about this stuff.
Yeah. Right. We have to know both sides. There are fine people on both sides. I've always said that.
Yes, you have.
I think someone borrowed that from you, Jesse.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
I told my twins the other day about how the Democrats were stealing billions of dollars from the government, and they couldn't believe it. I explained that USAID was basically a money laundering operation. If you spend $1 billion to help poor kids in Africa, they steal 90 cents on the dollar through a nonprofit, and they couldn't believe it. It was like the first time they'd heard that.
Your twins.
They're 14.
Yeah.
Now they're based.
I'm so glad you red-pilled your children.
I did.
And I thank you in advance, because they are the generation who is going to push us off the cliff in our wheelchairs. So
here comes the pillow, Dad.
Yeah.
Can't afford anything.
I was happy to see Abby talking with Joy, and I was delighted that Joy had painted her tinfoil hat white. I thought it was very attractive. Joy Reid, actually, so you said that CNN was the tightest bubble. MSNBC was.
Yeah.
And Joy Reid was so far left and so Batpoop crazy, they poked a hole in the bubble and ejected her because she was nuts. And so they are always operating under the assumption that if you repeat the same thing over and over and over again, it becomes your reality. And there's a big difference between the power of suggestion and actual objective facts. And Abby Phillip is unfortunately conflating and confusing the two. So CNN and MSNBC, they engaged in that same exercise over and over again, just saying like, Trump will never get elected. Trump is horrible. Trump is awful. Because if Abby Phillip were doing what she claimed to be doing now, she would have seen that half of the country was so disillusioned and so uncomfortable and crestfallen under Biden that they had no choice than to vote for Trump. And maybe if she had been a little bit more honest with her audience, then she could have made a better case, because that's what people need to be doing when they are reading what they consider to be the opposition. You are building an argument for what you believe instead of through confirmation bias, then by actually challenging yourself and putting facts in your head, or at least opinions in front of you that you might disagree with. And when you're able to dismantle them, that makes your argument stronger. That is not what she's doing. Sitting and talking to Scott Jennings and getting schooled is not the same thing as engaging with or understanding the other half of the country that she clearly despises.